Good morning, y'all. How are ya? We are going to make some creme brulee bites is what we're going to make. So I was searching recipes to make something with our homemade sweetened condensed milk, and I've already done a key lime pie. I could have did a lemon pie, but I didn't want to do that. So I have been watching these creme brulee bites, and I'm going to try them. We're going to see if they work. If they work, good. If not, I'll tell you. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Come on in. Okay, so this is my homemade. Oh, got a problem here. This is my homemade sweetened condensed milk that I made yesterday. And if you weren't on here yesterday, I'll give you the recipe. It's a simple recipe. Good morning, everybody. It was 3/4 cups of powdered milk, 3/4 cups of sugar. Now you can use alternate sugar if you are diabetic. You can use the allulose, or you can use the monk fruit. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Peggy. And half a cup of hot water, and that's it. And I put a teaspoon and a little extra of vanilla in here. And then I let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. And so we are going to use it today to make these creme brulee. Good morning, Renee. I haven't seen you for a while. Okay, so I'm going to put this on a medium heat. And the first thing that we need to do is we need 1 tablespoon of butter, y'all. 1 tablespoon of butter. One tablespoon of butter. And 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, yesterday, you guys, good morning, Megan. Yesterday, I measured this after I made it. And it was exactly 12 ounces, or what is this sweetened condensed? Whatever it is for sweetened condensed milk. Maybe it's 14. I don't know. I haven't bought one in a while. It measures out the same. So we're going to put that in. Look how thick. Funny story about this yesterday. I don't know if my husband will get mad if I tell you this, but it'll be all right. So I buy these peaches, and they come in these jars. This jar here. And he just reached in the fridge and grabbed it. He'll eat the peaches, and then he drinks the juice. And he just grabbed it without noticing the difference in the weight, and he took a swig of it. Anyhow, yeah. Funny story yesterday. All right. So, a tablespoon of butter, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 2/3 of a cup of coconut. Now, if you don't like coconut, y'all can do something different. Let's see. You can put in Heath bar. You can put in, what else? Chocolate chips. You can put in, and we need 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, guys. Good morning, Jocelyn, or Rosalind. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. That's it. So that's all you need in your mixture. Good morning, Roberto. All right, so we're going to stir this up until the butter melts and this starts to thicken up. And once it thickens up, it's going to pull away from the pan, and it's going to get real. Good morning, Roxy. Good morning, Virginia. It's going to get thick, real thick. And then we're going to put it into a bowl, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. Good morning, Mrs. Welch. So, other add-ins you can use if you don't like coconut, Heath bar, any dried fruit. It has to be dried, freeze dried. You can use strawberry, There's blueberry. There's freeze-dried cranberries. I'm not really sure why it has to be freeze-dried. But it has to be freeze-dried. So we're going to keep stirring this until it gets thick. We are making creme brulee bites. If you guys are just coming in, we're making creme brulee bites. And we're using the homemade sweetened condensed milk that I made yesterday. Yesterday we made the homemade sweetened condensed milk, and it was 3/4 cups of powdered milk, 3/4 cups of sugar, and a 1/2 cup of water, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So we just got to keep stirring this until it starts to thicken up. Good morning, Virginia. Now, in her recipe, it didn't say how long it takes for this to thicken up. Good morning, Stacy. So in the pan here, we have a tablespoon of butter, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of coconut. So we're just going to keep stirring. And if you want the recipe for the homemade sweetened condensed milk, I posted that yesterday, but I can also tell you it was just 3/4 cups of powdered milk, 3/4 cups of sugar, and a 1/2 cup of hot water, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And that was it. And if you want to make it sugar-free, you can. You can use monk fruit or allulose. Those are both ratio to ratio, so you don't have to kind of figure out how much to put in it. 1 cup is 1 cup. So we're just going to keep stirring. Good morning, Carol. We're starting to get a little bit of steam off the top, so it should start to thicken up soon. We're making creme brulee bites, guys. Good morning, Preppy Grammy. Smells good. It's starting to thicken up. I can see it getting a little bit thicker on the bottom of the pan, on the spatula part. No, I've never made these before, so this is the first time. So we'll see if they're good together. Start the bubble. Good morning, Glenda. Okay, so we're going to keep stirring. Whoa, keep stirring. You don't want it to burn on the bottom, so you just got to keep stirring, guys, till it gets thick. Her directions were until it pulls away from the pan. So that's what we're doing. Steaming up those glasses. We're almost there. Also, her recipe did not say how many this is going to yield. So, we won't know that until we do the second part. Okay, guys, I think we got it. Okay. So now we're going to take it and we're going to put it in this bowl. And I'll let you guys see it. It just come right out of the pan. And that's what you got. You just got like a, it's already starting to set up. See it there? I'm going to spread it out so it cools quicker. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge. Good morning, Kendi. Good morning, Debbie. All right, I'm going to stick this in the fridge, guys. Okay, so I wanted that to get cold, so I put it out in the freezer, in the chest freezer for a little bit. I'm going to put this in the sink and run some water in it. Okay, we're going to let that cool for a minute before we do anything else. Hello, everybody. Hey, Judy. So we're making creme brulee bites. I've never made them before, so we're giving it a try. But I don't want to start the other part until these cool off a little bit, because we're going to make the next part is a cup of sugar, a half a cup of water, and a tablespoon of vinegar. And we're going to let it boil until it becomes like an amber color. Hi, Inbox. And then we're going to start dipping those balls. So as soon as that cools off, we're going to make them into balls, and we're going to see how many we get. I'm just going to take a minute, and today we have three birthdays. We have two of our friends' birthdays is today. Rick if you're out there, happy birthday. And I know Aunt Norma and everybody can tell you happy birthday from us. And Anna, I hope you're not having to work today, but if you are, happy birthday. And the most special one, our oldest grandson turns 19 today. Aiden Orion, if you're out there listening to your Nene at college, happy birthday, buddy. We love you. We miss you. Can't wait till you're back home over the summer. We miss you a lot. So, I'm going to get a little teary-eyed. Anyhow, he was our first grandson. He's away at college. And, gosh, the years have flown by. I said to my husband this morning, gosh, can you remember the day that child was born? Huh. What a day it was. So, Shuggy, if you're out there, happy birthday, buddy. Me and Pap love you. We'll talk to you later for sure. And so enough of that. Enough of all that. So, Nate can get all emotional over that. Anyhow, while we're waiting on this stuff to cool, what's going on in your guys' world? It's going to be hot here today. Definitely, it's going to be hot today. Now, another step is once we make these into balls, we're going to put a toothpick in each one. And then we're going to dip them in that hot sugar. And if you guys do this, be really careful. You don't want to burn your fingers. I actually thought about not using the toothpicks and using a fork, but then I was like, am I going to get it off that fork? Because I didn't want to mess it up. But, yeah, so. Good morning, Shirley. So we'll go over a couple of the recipes that I did yesterday. If you want to make the homemade sweetened condensed milk and you don't want to buy it, it's 3/4 cups of powdered milk, 3/4 cups of sugar. You can do alternate sugars, and 1/2 cup of hot water, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. If you want it to be a different flavor, you can also turn it into a different flavor. Like I said before, you can use your sugar-free coffee flavors and make it into a flavor. Also, yesterday we made what else did we make? We made heavy cream for coffee. I had some, well, I'm drinking some of it now. So it's really good. We made the chocolate mint yesterday, and it turned out really good. So this I will make all the time instead of buying it. It's so simple, so easy, and with me being a diabetic, I can make the stuff that I want as well. And like I said, I could have got on here and made a lemon pie, a key lime pie with this, but I've already done that, so I figured let's do something I haven't tried before. If these are a fail, I'll tell you they're a fail. If I don't like them, I'm going to tell you I don't like them. So, and I will also tell you if we're going to make them again. I watched a couple recipes where they said that they used dried fruit, freeze-dried fruit. I don't know why you couldn't use dried fruit, but she said it had to, hi Kiki, she said it had to be freeze-dried fruit. I mean, I have dried fruit, I can try it, and if it fails, I mean, it's only, this, so. Let me run water in this. I know, while we're waiting, I know I've showed you guys this before, but if you are out there, oh, I forgot to tell you, today, I went to Walmart early this morning. I don't know about y'all with Walmart, but they had, what was it? Is that 3? Yeah. They had 3 gallons of peanut oil for $20. The Luana, $20. I scarfed up on that. That stuff's good for frying. That stuff's good for frying. Okay, wait a minute here. I showed this once before. I'm going to show it again because a couple people messaged me and asked me about it. These are called Spanish plate graters. I don't know if you can see that or not. See all the little teeth? Now, you can do frozen fruit on here. You can do chocolate. You can do garlic. They have bigger ones where you can just make your guacamole right in a bowl. It comes with one of these to hold your garlic so you don't get it all over your hands. Or you can put a strawberry in here and do that as well. It also comes with a little brush. Best gift ever. Best gift ever. If you want to give somebody a kitchen gadget, best thing ever, guys. Best thing ever. I only know of Amazon that you can get these on. I'm sure other places have them. I did look at Etsy to get the bigger ones so I can make guacamole right in the bowl. They also have them where they're a little bit bigger and they have holes up here for you to pull through your rosemary or what have you, and you can, where it strips it. So I love this thing. I use it all the time. I use it all the time in my kitchen, and I just sent one of these to my girlfriend for her birthday, and I just got another message from her saying how much she loves it. So, just a little FYI, if you're out there, good morning, Betsy, if you're out there looking for a sweet gift for somebody that works in their kitchen that you know will appreciate it, best gift ever. All right, I'm going to go get that dough and see if it's cool. Hold on. Creme brulee bites. So the first part of the recipe was 1 tablespoon of butter, a can of sweetened condensed milk. We used our homemade, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of coconut. Now, if you don't want to use coconut, you don't got to put it in there. You can do it plain, or you can do it put an add-in in. If you want chocolate chips and make it chocolate, you could do that. Freeze-dried berries. I almost put Heath in it. I was going to put Heath in it, and my sons like Heath, so I did the coconut. But you can put whatever you want in there. Hi, Glenda. We're waiting on our stuff to cool so we can roll it up, and then we can do the next part. Hi, Joan. So the next part is a cup of sugar, a 1/2 cup of water, and a tablespoon of white vinegar. And we're going to bring that to a boil. And as soon as it gets to an amber color, we're going to start dipping those balls. Oh, you know what I can do? Let's get some parchment out. I'm actually going to put them in this afterwards, but I'm going to put a piece of parchment in here because that's going to be piping hot. That'll be piping hot. And also, make sure, I'm going to use, I know that's not a lot, but I don't know if I should use this big pan or a smaller pan. Because you're going to have to tilt that pan. I don't know. I think I'm going to use a smaller one. That means I need to wash it. Because in her directions, she said that you could, the dipping part, you can make it double, but why would you double it? Because you're not going to use it all. And then you'll be, I mean, I don't know what else you could use that for. Okay, so we're going to put them in here once we ball them up. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to wash that pan. Okay. I'm thinking that bigger pan's going to be way too big. If anybody's out there that knows of something to get this stuff off, hit me in the messages. Or just say it on here. I hate it when my pans get like this on the bottom. And it doesn't matter what I do. It's like I'm always scouring them. I think it's because I have a flat top surface. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to leave that sit there. What else can we talk about while we're waiting? I got our toothpicks ready. I got the toothpicks ready, guys. I got everything ready. I'm actually, oh, is this hot? I'll put it over here. I'm going to pour our half a cup of water in that. And our sugar, I'm going to pour it in, and it was a cup. Somebody asked me about all these little bowls that I use. Costco, they were 20, they knocked them down to 9. Love them, you get 10 of them. And we're going to need a tablespoon of vinegar. I don't think I'm going to put that in until we're ready to start cooking. And I'm going to need some butter for my hands. Good morning, Jace. I said to my husband, we should have drove up and saw Aiden for his birthday. And he was like, hun, he's 19 now. He's got friends, and he doesn't want his grandma and grandpa rolling up on him at college. Good morning, Marie. Well, I didn't take in consideration that that this stuff was going to take forever to cool. So anyway, we're going to make them into balls. We'll make them into balls, and then I'm going to put them back in the refrigerator while this has started to cook. So I'm going to go out and get them. We're going to make them into balls. I'm going to use the smallest scooper that Pampered Chef makes. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, look at that. It's like hard. So I guess it did its job. Okay, So we're just going to use this little scooper, and we're going to see how many of these puppies we're going to get. I have no room. I have no room. Let me scoop this. There we go. Let me butter my hands. Good morning, everybody. Okay, we're getting ready to start the second part here. Scoop that into my hand, and I'm going to roll it around. We got a little ball. See the little ball? And I'm going to put them right in there. That's what we're going to do. We'll see how many we get. And then I'm going to put them back out in the freezer while we start making our other part. There is another name for these. I'm not sure what it is, but it's some sort of Brazilian candy too, they say. I think it would just be easier to reach in and grab it. Because it's just making a mess. Just make a mess together. So we're making balls. And I'll tell you how many we get here in a minute, guys. I'm just going to do this. So we'll see how many we get out of one batch. I don't really think that the butter helps much because it's still getting all over me. Yeah, I don't think it's helping much. Maybe gloves would have worked. I don't know. It is what it is. The only thing is I'm getting coconut in my butter. We're almost done. We're almost done. Keep rolling them balls up. I think we're going to get one more after this one. All right. I am anxious to taste this, though. Okay. That one doesn't seem to. Let's get some butter going. All right. So we got 18, guys. We got 18. Let me go put them out. I'm going to taste this. It's good. Let me wash my hands. All right, back in the fridge they go. Okay. I was trying to get them up closer to the vent so they get really cold. All right, let me put this in the sink. I'm going to have to scrape off this because I do not want coconut on my butter. Okay, guys, let's get started with the second part. That was a little messy. Good morning, Sue. That was a little messy. They seem like they're going to turn out, but we'll see. Okay, now we need a tablespoon. So this part here, you need a cup of sugar, a half a cup of water, and a tablespoon of white vinegar. Now, they say, what's that candy with the sugar on it? Is it called Tangerlay? Something like that. This is kind of the same thing. And they say you can't taste the vinegar in this. That it helps the sugar not to crystallize, is what they say. All right, so we're going to start stirring this. And get that sugar all melted up. I have this on low heat. I'm going to go get that again and put, I should have put these toothpicks in. I'll be right back. Put the toothpicks in. So they're ready. I don't know, we might have to ball them up again, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to put the toothpicks in just in case. I can tell on a couple of them we're going to have to ball them up again. That's all right. So we got 18. We got 18, guys. All right, back out in the fridge they go. Okay. Back to this. Good morning, everybody. My husband was truck, I think. Nope, he didn't. I thought he did, but he did. Okay, so let's go over the recipe again. Why this is taking its good old time. Good morning, Rose. Okay, so we are making creme brulee bites. It's also a Brazilian candy, so I've been told. I don't know. The first part of the recipe was a tablespoon of butter, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, but we used our homemade, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of coconut. And you can, if you don't want the coconut, leave it out or put something else in there, another additive that you want. Okay? You cook it until it gets really thick and it pulls away from the pan, and then you have to put it in the fridge or the freezer to let it get cold. I put it in the freezer because we're on live. So that's where they are now, because I'm trying to get them to be where we need them to be. And the second part is a cup of sugar, a 1/2 cup of water, and a tablespoon of vinegar. You're not going to taste the vinegar. It's so the sugar doesn't crystallize, guys. It's so the sugar does not crystallize. And we're going to let this go until it becomes amber color. As soon as it becomes an amber color, I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to run and get those balls, and we're going to dip them as quick as we can, and hopefully it turns out. Hopefully it turns out. I think this is going to take a little bit before it starts to turn the amber color. So our next birthday in our family is in May, and my husband is turning 6'7", as the grandkids say. So they want to do a 6'7" birthday thing for their Pat. So I was trying to find a cake for him. I was looking and looking and looking. Almost all the ones that they have for 6'7", and I get it, it's a kid thing. They are kids' cakes, you know. So I think when he turned 60, I made him, it was during COVID, I think. I don't know. Maybe it was after COVID. I don't know. Maybe it was his 61st birthday. I don't know what it was. But anyhow, I made him a toilet paper cake. And it looked like a roll of toilet paper. And then I made poop cupcakes, and I wrote on top of the cake, "Shit, you're getting old." Good morning, Claudette. So I have to decide what I'm going to do for his birthday cake. All the ones I saw with 6, 7 are kind of like for kids. They want to get him a t-shirt. They want him to have everything. The twins, they think it's really funny because that's the thing right now. 6, 7, all the kids are saying it. So they're like, "Nay, we have to have a 6, 7 party." Good morning, Munchies. Good morning, Claudette. That was another thing with this recipe. She didn't say, like I had a candy thermometer. I have coconut in my mouth. I mean, it would just be as easy to put the candy thermometer in there, but she didn't say the temperature of it. Good morning. Good morning, Ellen. She didn't say the temperature of what this mixture should be. Thanks for everybody jumping on. I know this is a long video. I didn't really think that it was going to be that time consuming. What do I know? Hopefully everybody got their taxes done yesterday. That's all taken care of. What's everybody doing for dinner? Good morning, Denise. I was going to get on here and make noodles. There was a noodle I wanted to try, a different noodle. And then I was like, oh, a brilliant idea. Let's use the sweetened condensed milk that you made yesterday, Jenny. What's that old saying? A watch pot never boils. Yep, I put a birthday wish on for my grandson right at midnight. And then I text him at like 12:05 a.m. And then I texted him again this morning and said, "You let us know when we can call you and wish you a happy birthday," because he's in class today. But I hope he has the best day ever. We got some good birthdays this year in this family. We got some big birthdays coming on. My daughter and my son-in-law both are going to be 40 this year. My husband's turning, 67, but that's just funny because of 6'7". I have 2 nieces that are turning 60 this year. So, those are big birthdays, 40s and 60. So this is starting to boil. It's not amber yet. It's really starting to boil, y'all. Now, once it's done, I'm going to turn my cooktop to the side so I can work here and show you guys what I'm doing. Yeah, when I first put the vinegar in, you could smell the vinegar. You cannot smell it right now. Boy, my Facebook is quiet today. I don't see anybody in Facebook land. Thanks for the hearts, guys. So once these get done, they say they dry pretty quick and they get hard. We'll sample one, and then the rest of them are going to work with my son. So if anybody's in TikTok land or on Facebook, y'all at Krabby's, you'll all be getting some creme brulees today. We're not to amber yet. Hi, Mama. My niece and her husband was here. Was it last week? And it was spring break. And I don't think we got a visitor coming now until July 7th. And then comes August, and my one sister is coming here, and she's never seen the ocean. Good morning, Queen. And she's not a fan of the water. So, a little fun fact about my sisters and I. We all our names start with a J. They're all 4 letters long, and all our middle names are 3 letters long. And then my mom, she had a surprise, and I was, how old was I? I think my older sister was 13. My younger sister was 9, so I would have probably been 11 when she had my brother. And He does not have a J name, and our mom has a J name as well. So, a lot of my mom's siblings did the same thing, come to think of it. Let's see. I'm trying to think. My Aunt Teresa did. My Aunt Angie did. My mom did. My Aunt Colleen did not. And my Aunt Donna did not. So a couple of her siblings did the same. They have the same beginning letter. But my mom, she did 4-3. 4-3-4. It's taken a while. It is taking a while to become amber color, y'all. What's the weather like in your area? It's hot here today. I was sitting on the front porch this morning having my coffee, and we have this stuff down here called crepe myrtle, and once it starts to bloom, oh my God, my nose was just like killing me. I do not like the smell of it. It almost reminds me of, in Pennsylvania, they have honeysuckle or forsythias, and that's what it reminds me of. It's just overpowering. Good morning, Robbie. Good morning, One Love. What's everybody making for dinner? Give me some ideas. Sure takes a while for this to get up to amber color. Now, the lady I was watching that made this, like I watched a couple different people. Good morning, Lucy. She stressed not to get this on your hands. She also said if you do get it in your hands, put it in ice water, but that's, you don't want to, if you get this on your hand, you better get it off quick, and I don't think ice water would help it. It would probably make it burn more. I don't know. So when I do this, I'm going to be really careful. We are making creme brulee bites, guys. That's what we're making, creme brulee bites. The first part of the recipe was a tablespoon of butter, a can of sweetened condensed milk. We used our homemade, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of coconut, and you can put whatever add-in you want. She put in coconut, so that's what I put in. She said you could use freeze-dried fruits. Good morning, Dylan Power. And the second, then you roll them out, put them in the fridge, let them get cool, put toothpicks in them. And then this part here was a cup of sugar, a half cup of water, and a tablespoon of vinegar. And it needs to get to an amber color, and we are not there yet, but we're getting there. We are getting there. I like to try to keep my videos under an hour, and well, we already went over an hour, so. I am going to step out and grab those balls because we're almost to the amber colors, so let me go grab them. Oh yeah. We had a couple of them that kind of, like this one needs to be. Oh, I wonder if I should have sprayed this. Like this one here needs to be balled back up. We'll see. They're definitely cold now. And I'm gonna move some of this stuff so I can turn this. I'm gonna turn this hot plate. And I can still stir it. And I'm gonna put this here so I can put the hot pan there. And I'm going to take these out of here. See, like a couple of these got flattened. So I'm going to ball them back up. Hey, Prayer Mama. Some of them look pretty good. Just a couple of them need to be, I think, just a little. And I guess when you put that hot sugar on them, they're gonna, the reason why it's gonna sit up real quick is because it's going to be hot onto the cold, I guess. Good morning, Damon. I'm going to get these all loosened up before we dip them. All right. I think we're good. Not quite amber yet, just about. Definitely keep stirring it because you don't want your sugar to burn, guys. We're almost there, guys. Hey, Jackie. Creme brulee bites. So if you ever did, I think it's called Tangerine. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know, the sugared fruit on a stick, on a skewer. This is almost the same recipe that you would use to do the fruit. But definitely, if you did fruit on a skewer, you would definitely want more of this mixture. Okay, guys, we are at an amber color. I'm going to let it go just a little bit longer. Now I'm nervous. Good morning, Joyce. Well, with me never making these before, I'm a little bit, I'm like, are they going to turn out? Are they going to be a flop? I don't want them to be a flop. Now, she did say to get this sugar stuff out of here, put water in it and put it back on and let it boil out. All right, we're shutting it off. And I'm going to set it here. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put it in there. Okay, guys, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that one almost fell off. Oh, be careful, Jenny. Be careful. This one's sticking. I should probably let them drip a little bit before I take them out because they're getting a pile of stuff on them. Oh, hot. Do not get your fingers in this, y'all. Do not get your fingers in this. Creme brulee bites, guys. Creme brulee bites. Good morning, Jody. Uh-oh. That one fell off. All right, all done. Now, I'm going to do what she said. I'm going to let that cook and get rid of that sugar because you would not believe all that sugar in the bottom of that pan. Okay, so this one here is definitely a flop. It's definitely a flop. They're already hard. They're already hard. Okay, guys. Pull the toothpick out. There it is. You hear it? Let me see if I have something that... Okay. This is it. Those are good. Very sweet. But very good. You might have to try the fruit. Not too bad. We ended up with one dud. Would I make them again? Yes. I guess if I would make them again. I don't know that I would make the coconut. And when you're going to make them, take your toothpick out right away because it's hard to get it out. And somebody asked what I did to my hands. No, I didn't get hurt. I had my infusion, and so I don't like the way the toothpicks are coming out. They're hard to get out. But I had my infusion, and they kind of blew out both my hands. But I did not get hurt. Somebody asked me if I got hurt. I did not get hurt. I'm fine. They're just tender, that's all. So my suggestion, if you make these, as soon as you dip them, pull the toothpick out. Like when you go to set it on the paper. That way you don't have like a crack on top, and they're a better finish. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's the creme brulee bites. And I will make them again. Not with the coconut. The coconut, no. I am interested in trying the maybe one of the freeze-dried ones. I will try that and see how it works. But I know it was a long video, but I think it was worth it. So I'm gonna now that my hand. Good morning, Cheryl. Now that my hands are a mess, I won't be able to copy and paste my video because this was over an hour long. So, but I will post the recipe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We'll get on tomorrow and do something different. So I'll talk to you guys later. Like, follow, and share. See you tomorrow. Bye.